about to begin. Boom! Are you ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom! Are you ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom!
All right, we are live. It went crazy. Just as soon as I went live, my machine had a problem. Well, welcome everybody. Tonight is Toonsday night festivities. That means it's Toon and Jose JG Gonzalez. Boom.
Boom. Hey, give me 15 seconds. I need to do this.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Florida to the YouTube universe. Jose JG Gonzalez, accompanied by MC Toon today. Happy, thrilled and excited to be here with all of you in this special night festivities with MC Toon. Not bad, huh?
Oh, that's nice, man. You're MC all day long, man. All day. Well, people, if you don't know Jose, he used to be a flat earther, and he has, maybe we can see it later, he has a very, very special thing called the Gerand. If you don't know what the Gerand is, we'll keep that for a surprise for a little bit later. It is a fantastic thing. But he used to be a flat earther, and he has since gotten better. So unlike herpes, if you have flurpies, you can get better.
Indeed. I still get the odd one or two people that say, you were never a flat earther. You were always a glober. You were an agent. You were a plant. But you know what? I get the odd one or two. You were never a flat earther. You are still a flat earther. I hear people calling
Really?
me. Yeah, man. As for today.
Why would... That's crazy. I don't understand some people. But, well,
it's all good. I take it, I'll take it.
You can never please the flat earthers. You know you're doing something right when they're attacking you.
Indeed, it is. Indeed. I think I got a request to do something that you appreciate a lot and you enjoy a lot.
All right.
You know where I'm going?
You should introduce it because people might not know.
I want to give a very special shout out to this character. It has a personality on its own, and it's called the Squeaky Earth. It is almost 10 p.m. over here in Florida. I don't see anybody around, but they might be sticking their heads out, or maybe their windows will be. Here we go, Squeaky Earth. And I hope the dogs don't go crazy now.
Oh
Thank you very much. I appreciate you allowing me to do that.
I had to take out my earbuds. It's terrible. Oh, I love it. The Squeaky Earth. So Jose has a daily show where he has just an open panel. Anybody can come in and talk, and often it's debates about flat earth or other things similar. And it's kind of done as an alternative to a lot of the flat earthers, right? That like Nathan, who doesn't give a very open platform. Right?
Even though it's advertised like that. Yeah, no. I mean, unfortunately, I have always, every once in a while, I wake up one day, I say, I want to go and talk to Nathan. I want to talk to X or Y person with quote unquote open platforms. And I realize that I'm blocking their chat box, I'm blocking their Discord servers, and I just can't even reach them from a mile away. So I don't even try.
Yeah, it's pointless to go and try to even have a conversation with some of them in their, even in their chats, because they just block. They hate discourse. They prefer the echo chamber. So I had one comment on Nathan's channel before I was blocked. It's 2.5 years ago at least. So
that was a while ago. Doesn't that expire on YouTube? Like every 6 months you get auto unblocked? Oh. I don't know. I remember some like that, but years ago. I don't know if it have changed.
I don't know. I was in there recently and I saw somebody that I blocked about 2 years ago was still in there, right at the top of the list. So there's not many. I have a short list. It's mostly those spammers that come in and they spam stuff that to adult themed content. I block them, but a couple others have gotten it.
Sometimes you have to do what you have to do, you know.
You do.
I don't try to keep it balanced.
Like it. I prefer to have it open, but some people, especially if they start to do things that are and say things that they like, YouTube will flag your channel if the people are commenting in a certain way and you're letting them. So that can hurt your channel. So now Lael, you know Lael.
Yes. Lael
sometimes jokes about being a Flerf. He's not. But Lael says for $2 says Jose JG is a Flerf at heart. Is that? I don't think so.
Whoop whoop. Shout out to Lael. Thank you.
And oh yeah, my hair. I got a haircut. And if you didn't see it last week because I was in the dark, I did have it then. But I decided to leave it all 80s. Do you like the feathered 80s hair?
It's looking good, but this look a little bit like Trump-ish. Like you got a lot of hair in here. If you pull it up, is it a wig that you got going on?
It's not a wig. It's stuck right there. So yeah.
Just checking. Just checking.
I'm on my I've got the 80s hair, hoping that somebody will ask me to the Sadie Hawkins dance. You know, because I'm only gonna pierce my left ear, and I've been working on my mustache all summer long.
Yeah, I pierced my left ear in 1988. The true story. Only the left ear in 1988.
There you go. Boom. Now, my favorite band will always be Tears for Fears, and I'm going to wear a pink tux to the prom. Just letting you know, people. And if anybody gets that reference, 100 bonus tune points, not spendable anywhere.
Yes, I used to have hair, maybe up to like maybe 5 years ago. I probably could pull off a nice hair, but now, I mean, flat earth came in like whatever 2016, 2017
and
came
the hair
in.
went.
The hair went away, you know. They kept going over the horizon, going back and back, bro.
Now, if you want, Ranty has some treatment for that. Maybe we could get you hooked up with a little bit, and you can grow some hair back.
I know. I don't know. I think Ranty should shave it too, man.
You do?
It's like a little off, you know.
Now,
the forehead. If you can fit more than 4 fingers on your forehead, you start considering on shaving it or not.
Here we go. No, I'm good. I'm totally good.
Yeah, you're good. You cheater.
There's no product. There you go. I've got nothing in my hair. Normally I do. I don't know what to do with it. It's all.
I'll stick with the beard, man.
Let's see.
I trimmed it down a little bit, and they told me, Jose, no, you must look like a homeless person, you know, doing a stream. And I say, I take your feedback, and I will keep the beard like wild and out, you know.
Oh, very nice. Let's see. We've got Debate Shorty said, I just inspired him to grow out a mullet. Hey, everybody. Grow out a quarantine mullet. Let's do it. Everybody together.
I got a better choice of growing a mullet than growing back the hair
on the
over
top there.
front of my
Well,
head.
you know, it moved from there to here. Then, right? There it is. Nobody has gotten my my reference yet. Well, there you go. Now, being that you're a former flat earther, and you know Ranty did his little chin thing. I don't know if you saw that. The drinking pee.
Right. Yes, I recall that.
So I was thinking I might try that, drinking some pee. In fact I have a little bit right here. What do you think, people? Should I try drinking some?
Good night, everybody. You should drink some pee just to see if it only works for flat earthers or for non-flat earthers.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what the
Maybe
chat.
some kind of new superpowers.
We've got a couple no's. Mallory says yes. Of course, she's a flat earther. Lael. Now I hope this doesn't bring up a bad memory for you because Jon Snow has hair, but Lael said, is Jon Snow and his girlfriend Mallory here? But I see Mallory, but not Jon Snow. Matt Klein wants me to shotgun it. Ooh. Man. It's not pretty in my reference is not pretty in pink.
Disclaimer, I had 3 beers before the show. I barely don't drink. And I'm not, it's not drunk, it's just a few beers, but they hit me because I drink once every other month or something. But there was something going on over here with the neighbor. You want a beer? Yes, another.
I would be gone. Man,
Right.
I don't drink either. My neighbor is super nice guy from India, and I go over there one time. I can't understand him hardly at all, right? He wants to talk, and so I go inside and he just talks. He's like, "Do you want some whatever?" And I'm like, "Nope." So he goes and gets it out. It was Jack Daniel's Black Label. I don't know if it's good or not. I looked it up after. He poured me a big glass of it. He's like, "Here you go." I'm like, "I don't." And I'm like, "Are you going to have something?" He goes, "Oh no, I don't drink." I'm like, "Why did you give it to me? I don't drink either." So I get mostly done. And he stands up, he picks it up. He's going to put it in the kitchen. I can go home. Instead, he fills it up again and gives it to me. I'm like, "Oh, yep."
How about, because while I think you got a little feedback to if they want you to drink tea or not.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to run. It's going to take me 10 seconds because I'm going to run and grab a bottle of bourbon, whiskey bourbon. I got there, and I'm going to serve myself a shot. And you can do your piece. You can do your piece. I'll do my bourbon. I'm not going to go for that, man. Good.
All right.
I'm going to run 50,
you go do
seconds.
that. All right.
Really
Cretan Bull got the reference. There it is. It's a song from Reliant K. I happen to have been listening to it today. Citizen 9 also got it. In love with the 80s. Absolutely. That's a great album. The Anatomy of Tongue in Cheek, I think is what it is. So yes. Good job catching that, people. So yeah, I have this here. I thought I'm gonna wait for him to come back so we can watch. And I do have behind me. I have my my flask of my decanter of scotch. That or not scotch. It's
what
whiskey.
am I doing? I'm
Oh,
not a heavy drinker, and I want to drink on a Tuesday after 2 beers. Really, it's like the real deal. Man. Oh, well.
All right. Well, here it is.
Down.
All right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drink a little.
Hold on. Let me serve mine. Hold on.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're gonna do it with me. All right.
Okay. That's good enough.
All right. It's right
This is a
here.
big cup.
All right. There it is. Ready?
What's going on?
Okay. So there it is. There's the pee I'm gonna drink.
What's going on? That's not it.
Is it okay if I chew it a little? It's okay. It's kind of cold. It's all right.
I don't know. Mine was better.
It might be.
100% better.
I don't know. Well, people, I did it. I tried it. It's okay. The color's a little different color than what some people drink, I think. But
oh yeah, hot.
Yeah.
I mean, hot. Is that a description for a drink? Hot.
I don't know.
Oh, that one hit me in my feels. My cry.
There we go.
What if have you getting any guest that cried on your show live yet?
Cried.
Yes, like cried either of anger, sadness, emotion, something shifted, and you got tears and cried. Have you yet?
I have not had anybody cry.
Mm.
I don't. Yeah, that would be. Now, I think FDFE had somebody named Karen on, and Team Skeptic came in and gave her a little crap about being named Karen, and she was right on the edge of crying.
Nice.
Oh, I think they backed off before.
I want to give a big
FDFE,
big special shout out. I need to do to a special person, C4 in YouTube chat. C4, the name, you see the name popping up, and he throw the super chats trolling, and he's playing the flat earther. C4 is a real dude. He came over, he visited me. He have helped me a lot along my YouTube journey. He have supported me a lot. And we talk in the phone, and he visited me a few times. He brought me a few toys over here from a NASA museum. Good guy. Shout out to C4. I mean it.
That's nice. Yeah. Oh, I guess people were curious. Yeah, these are just, they were frozen peas. Anyway, speaking of FTFE, you have had a little some conflicts with him in the past. I don't really know what that was about. Is there anything? I thought I might just see if you had anything to address on that.
Yes. I mean, no, and yes. You know, I can touch on it a little bit and give you my thoughts. I try to avoid talking about that in my channel. You know, it's kind of sometimes it divides the audience and brings the worst out of people. So a lot of times I go to channels like yours in the YouTube chat and troll a little less responsibly than I troll in my own channel. So I go to people that I'm subscribed with, that I know they're live, and I know there's a live interaction, and I'm in a fun mood to troll around. And sometimes, you know, the worst come out of me. Sometimes I've just had a bad argument in a Discord server, and I said like, fucking I'm out of here, and I go to a YouTube channel and I bring it on to another channel. So yeah, I brought some heat to some different streams, and it rubbed the wrong way, big time. They didn't consider I was trolling. They thought I mean it, and I made a few statements that didn't go well with some people, even though I have done it to a lot of people that are still supporters of the channel. You know, if for the people that have followed me for a little more than 2 or 3 shows, they know I got my moods and my ups and downs. I got my alter ego. There's a flip flop inside me. I call flip flop this more of a flat earth character, because if I was a flat earther, I still question a lot of things. So yeah, with Fight the Flat Earth, it went wrong. Then we got Seek Truth, Speak Truth came as a new converted of from flat earth to the globe. I also rub heads and bump heads with him. And yeah, it was a weird back and forth in comment sections and in other channels. So it was unfortunate that, you know, big audience of hundreds and thousands of people was told Jose is for no good. Jose, you know, doesn't have the best of your interests. You should unsubscribe. And I actually lost a lot of subscribers that I care. I mean, I care now that I like, damn, I've been pushing, try to pass this little threshold that I can't reach. But I am really happy that the people that stuck with me along those times of the back and forth and the little shit steering from side to side, real people stuck with me, and I want to give a big thank you to all those that stuck with me, you know, and for those that left because of some issues that I have with Fight the Flat Earth, everybody's welcome to come back. I mean, I really mean it. And if I blocked you for some reason, maybe I was going through a mood that I didn't want to even see a comment or some names type, I probably block some people. But if you mean that I block you on justified, email me or holler at me on Discord, and we'll work it out, man. Everybody's welcome back to my channel, man. So good. I feel good. I mean, it's for taste. Last thing. Content creators, they do certain flavor. They do the show certain flavor. The flavor of my show is a little odd. Some the people that is always the regular audience understand it. People that goes new, they say like, "What's going on? Is Jose a flat earther? Is Jose a glober? Why is this person? Why is Jose letting this person talk and talk and talk when they're so wrong and he's muting the glovers? Why is Jose like treating so bad this flat earther and then the glober?" So you gotta kind of follow up different flavors, different channels, different content creators. Fight the Flat Earth, his shows, good luck to him. It's not a flavor that I enjoy too much. Every once in a while, I switch and I listen, I put it in the background, I have a laugh, but it's not something that I could listen every day. And I'm glad that it's not every day. My show is every day. Some people can't take it, but if you watch my show once a week, I promise you, you're going to have fun because you're going to hear some weird shit coming of me, some weird stuff coming of me. My thoughts, my approach, my point of view, it's a little abstract, but I'm here for it.
Well, good. I hope that whatever operation there was between you and him, that can be in the past, and you guys can enjoy being in the same community together without having any yuck between you. How about that?
Yeah, it's so good. I remember Fight the Flat Earth, he joined my show a few months ago after we had our personal issues going on over here on YouTube that most of the people found out. He jumped in my channel because he had a debate with Brian's Logic, if I'm not mistaken, and they needed another round or something, and he was invited. Brian's Logic said, "No, we're going to meet in Jose channel." Fight the Flat Earth showed up, and I gave him the floor. Unfortunately, it was like the end of the show, and it was very short time for them. But yeah, Fight the Flat Earth, you're welcome in my channel, man. I tried not to make it goes personal, personal from both sides. And if anybody think that you want to address something with me personal, invite me to your channel. Invite me somewhere outside my channel. I sometimes create a little bit of steering some crap around, but I don't like cleaning it up on my channel. I'll clean it up in yours, but you gotta take the first step and invite me in. Yeah. I'm in for it.
Well, Jose's on Discord, so I have the link to your channel in the description, and you probably can get to your Discord from there, right? Okay. I got 2 super chats to read here. I've got Lael again, who says, disclaimer, Jose's opinions are not his own, and they do reflect the reviews of this channel.
We've been planning this for months.
What are you talking about?
All right, hold on. Wait, awesome. Next page. Yes, we've been planning this for months. Approve.
Nice. And then FTFE comes in. He says, for 10 pounds, he says, I have the biggest super chat for Toon. Can you beat me? Followed by Mallory with 10 Canadian dollars and 1 Canadian penny, which don't exist anymore. Yeah, nickel is the smallest coin there anymore. Says, I will always beat you, FTFE, but I don't know if that works after the exchange rate. But thank you very much, Mallory.
I don't know. I don't think he should take that loss. It's easy to win that loss. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. There's a little logo up there. Also, it's three clicks away to beat that 1 extra cent. I'm just saying.
Yep.
You know what feels good? You know what feels good too? That with Six Truth Speak Truth, with most of the people probably know him over here. We had issues on our own, and I have been on his live streams 2 times, 2 or 3 times probably already. And yeah, we had fun. We go have a little laugh. We just crack a few jokes, and that's it. Period. We can do it. We can do it. And they're trying to make it happen. MC Toon, you're up.
Yes, I love that I've seen a couple times with you on ST, and he was on here too a while ago. But let me get to this. Jeez, people. Stringer News 1 comes in with $20 super chat. Says, Mallory, what's 10.01 Canadian? 3 American. And FDFP for £10, 2 pence says, screw you, Mallory. All right, I'm not doing the conversions. But thank you very much.
Good looking out. Support MC Toon. He doesn't do this every day. He is once a week. So
once a week on Tuesdays usually. Jose, tell you what, I sit in this chair when I work writing software, and more often than I will comment in the chat, I am listening to your streams live. I intentionally don't comment sometimes because I just don't want people to be like, come in.
You will get distracted. You will get taken off your stuff. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm like, I got to focus on it. So here's the deal, people. Go sub right now to Jose. His link is in the description and it's pinned in the comments there. I would love to see all of you there tomorrow, because I'm planning, if I can make the schedule work, I'm going to pop in. If you'll have me, Jose, I'll pop in for a little bit to your live stream.
Excellent. Yeah, glad to do that. And so I'll tell you a quick, before you read the super chat, format of my show. I do my little intro. I rant for the first 5 minutes, do 2 little intros, and do the say hello to everybody in chat. And I just open the link for every single one of you. So if you would like your voice to be heard, I have a place for you to go, either on Discord server, on Discord, or Google Meets is the 2 platforms that I use. So once you jump into Discord or Google Meets, you're up, and we have a bunch of people, that you guys know, that you guys recognize from this corner of the YouTube. A lot of debunkers, a lot of people that don't have main channels, but they like going around doing debates and stuff. I just bring everybody together. I do it mostly to give the opportunity to the opposite view. Opposite view, I mean the non-globers, the non-planet earthers, flat earthers, level earthers, whatever you are, if you have the opposite view, that is what I like. I like you to join, and I will stand by your side, and I will be a little more on your side. I'm not going to have 5 people. If we got 10 people in the chat, I'm not going to have 5 people asking you questions and calling you names and laughing at you. I'll try to keep it in the down low, let you speak. I like to sit back and listen to your point of view. I want you, non-glober, let it all out, and then I give the opportunity to the flat earth debaters and debunkers to do their part. And I'm more of a moderator, so it's fun. It really is fun,
It is. I definitely enjoy it. Yes, I have a couple. Oh my goodness, people being very generous. Glober Mom says, MC Toon, here are some freedom dollars. No need to worry about the conversion rates. For 10 non-converted freedom dollars. John Rapp says, mine's less than both yours, even added together. I don't know how that works. And I love his Jose. Here you go. Here's a little quiz for you quick. And if you look at John Rapp, you'll know the answer. What is the formula for the area of a sphere?
Oh, I didn't look that. I'm not looking it. I just did. I got my glasses and I can barely read the chat box. What is the formula of the area of a sphere?
Yes.
Does the equation have a pi on it?
It does. Good.
Okay. Does it have a squared?
It does.
And does it have an r?
It does. The r is squared. And there's one more thing.
And does it have degrees?
Nope.
No. Area? No, area. That's what you're looking for. I don't know, man. I don't know none of that.
It has the number 4. The number 4. It's 4 pi r squared.
4 pi r. You know what? I almost got it. 4
you got close. Here's the deal. You kind of derived it on your own. The only thing you missed was the constant. Well done. That's a pass in my book.
Got it. Thank you. Yeah.
So there you go. And then Mass Debater says, step up your game, FTFE, for $20. And then finally, Andreas Eld for 10 sex and 0.03 sex pennies, I guess. I just had a no message. I don't know if YouTube ate that message or not, but thank you for that. the harder one. Here's a little harder one. What's the volume of a sphere? If you come at it the same way, you're going to get almost almost there already.
The volume of a sphere.
Yeah, volume.
I have no. That's the only thing I can think of
You're
now. 4 pi r squared.
You're gonna have a pi. You're gonna have an r, and it's volume, so it's not squared, it's cubed, right? So you got a pi r cubed. The only thing you need to know is the constant, which is 4/3.
4/3.
4/3 pi r cubed is the volume of a sphere.
Pi r cubed. Yeah, I'm not too good. I'm not good at equations and deriving stuff.
Those are
now.
Those you just have to memorize.
I really want to encourage the people on YouTube chat. If, with a small super chat, you can ask your questions and your quiz questions, because I am not that good, and I am honest enough to say I have no idea, or I might make something up. And I don't know.
Well, that's a good one.
I'll try.
Send it. Doesn't have to be a super chat. I'll read it out if you have a good one.
And you know what? I have heard a lot of people with expertise have joined my channel, like a lot of them, dozens and dozens of people, from George Nachek, Big Blue, Larry Scott, Main Surveyor, Jesse Kozlowski, Soundly, from from a lot of walk of life, Bob the Science Guy. I mean, I just don't want to mention just random people of different, and we have talked a lot about this for the past 3 or 4 years. And you know what? I'm just not paying attention. I don't know if it's a problem with me. I got short-time memory, but when some people is engaging in a discussion, I just say like, yeah, I have accomplished my goal. Provide a platform where people can come in and talk about certain topics. They are caught up in talking into that. I say, I'm really not here to learn per se. Am I going to learn along the way? Yes, but I'm not here to learn these equations and this, how to arrive from point A to point B, because I'm not here to try to teach anybody. I'm here to have the discussion, picking on people's brain. But so I'm looking in the chat, even though I have heard these answers 1,000 times, I cannot remember any, man. I'll try.
Lael again. Jose forgot 8 inches per mile squared for the area of a circle. Lael, oh my gosh. He's just a troll fake flat earther. He's not even that good.
Yep.
He's not. So
could I give a second? I think second and last shout out to Lael. Lael, please give more super chats and try to get me to shout you out again, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, Cretan Bull, now he has a question for you. What's the average airspeed of an unladen swallow?
What's the average speed of an unladen swallow?
Yes.
Whoa, are these real words? Unladen and swallow?
Yeah, swallow's
I heard
bird.
Swallow.
Oh, swallow's a bird.
Swallow's a bird. Damn it, I thought it was a verb.
Don't go there. Okay. That's not this channel.
It's a bean. It's a bean.
It's a bean. It's a bird. So
a bean, a flying being, a swimming bean, a walking bean.
Yes, okay. And unladen means that it's not carrying anything. For example, it's not carrying any coconuts, and it's it's not grasped any coconut husk.
Okay, so ask me the question one more time. Now.
What is the average airspeed of an unladen swallow?
14.5 miles per hour.
The correct answer is FDFE's 5-pound super chat, African or European. That's the correct answer.
Okay, I got it.
Do you mean an African or European swallow?
European. They're slower.
Okay. Are they?
They're like 14.5 miles per hour. The Africans are going 16 miles an hour tops.
Okay. That is from, it seems you haven't seen this. It's from a movie.
I have that.
Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail.
I have not seen even one Monty Python. I haven't seen any. I know the pictures of the movies, and I know some memes that people use, but I have no idea. I haven't seen those movies, man. I'm behind that.
That's all right. It was kind of a recent movie. It just came out really recently, so you'll have a chance to catch up to watch it. 1972, I think. So, all right, now the 8 inches per mile squared, here's a little quiz. 8 inches per mile squared cannot be used to predict the amount hidden just by using 8 inches per mile squared. When you use it in surveying, it's the drop of something. It's not about how much is hidden. But you can use it to predict how much is hidden. Do you know how to do that correctly?
If I apply the equation, if I have a height of the observer, if I have a distance from the observer to the observed item, to the distance from the observer to what I'm looking at, you can use that formula, but you must add refraction to the formula. That's 7/6R on the Earth. As for standard refraction,
let's go with 0 refraction as our base calculation. You still can't use 8 inches per mile squared alone to get the obstructed amount.
Well, that worked for the first few hundred miles. If you got for the first 100 miles, which is the longest.
It's an approximation, but it's close enough. The problem isn't that it's an approximation. The problem is that it alone doesn't take the observer's height into account. So here's the way to do it. For flat earthers, I know there's just a couple that might be watching, but here's how you do it. You first get the distance from the observer to the horizon, right? And that, with no refraction, you've heard QE say ad nauseum, 1.22 times the observer height in feet, right? That gets your distance to the horizon. Then, you know how far it is to the object. You subtract that distance, right? So if you're 10 miles from the object and you're 5 miles to the horizon, that's easy math, right? Now, it's 5 miles from the horizon to the distant object. Then you apply 8 inches per mile squared from that point there. So it's not from the 10 miles, it's from the 5 miles. And that's why that equation is so wrong when the flat earthers use it.
Wow.
There
You know
go.
what? I got. There's a message behind this exercise that if you ask me one more time, I'm still not going to be able to give you the correct answer. Damn it. I did it again.
That's okay. It's fine. I couldn't do it myself 3 years ago. I can now. 3 years ago, I would have gone to an online calculator to do it. So there you go. Oh, that's cute. PJCnet says experiments have been done with lasers to prove no curvature. No, they've not. So
Interesting how back in the day, flatter argument it was, we see it because it's there. Zoom in and you see it because it's there. And now it have evolved so many times. Now, you know what? It should be there, but we don't see it because of, let me pull the list of 100 reasons.
yeah,
Stop. Oh, it's because of the switching angle of attack. BS, you know? Interesting stuff, man.
there's
They have
just
changed
there's
so
a
much
list.
their argument.
There's a list of things, and there's somebody on Facebook who has like an ever-growing list of the things that they use to explain away the bottom-up obstruction. So, all right, Andreas Eld from Sweden for 20 sex and 3 sex pennies, which somebody said is the name of their trans punk band, says the O3 is called Ur, and then in quotes, O with umlauts, as in the U in burn. So I hope I pronounced that somewhat correctly. And I think he's talking about the O3. What's the O3? I don't know what the O3 is. It's called Ur. I have no context on that, Andreas. Please fill me in. All right. Mark Beiser for $3.33 says he isn't one of us. Boot him.
Good night, everybody.
I think he's talking about your Monty Python reference that you didn't. You didn't.
I think more probably more about the math.
It was the Monty Python thing. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I had Quincy Carr on, who called himself like he wanted to have like nerd street cred, and I kept asking him things like Monty Python and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and things that like the nerds just go on and on about, like Star Trek stuff. Like I got this Treknology book right there. Look at that. Treknology that I just received. I got that because Tony Nayum, who's coming on later to debate Wolfie, quoted the author of this book trying to disprove gravity, quoted the author of this book. I emailed the author of that book asking him, hey, do you have any response to a flat earther using your article that you wrote to try to disprove gravity? He's like, that's stupid. So I bought his book. All right. FTF.
Is this a Saturn V rocket behind you?
It is. Yes, that's the Lego Saturn V, and I know you have a Saturn V inside there. Yeah, that I did that. I have the video of the assembly on my channel. My daughter helped me do it, and she just kept putting her hand, especially near the end. I'm like doing the final stuff, and she's got like her hand like on the table, just tapping her fingers away, like just to have her hand show up. It's so funny. Right, so cute. Yeah. All right, let me read this. FDFE for 5 pounds says, my wife has taken over my channel. I'm not needed, apparently. Pal said so. Not Hal. Pal. Did people in the chat, have you seen FDFE's new video today? It is great. His wife did a fantastic job. And if you look in the, oh yeah, here it is. In the, right down there. In the scroll going across the bottom, I FDFE is a channel member, and I updated the his name in there for today. So have a look to see. All right, I am getting some messages from Wolfie, so hold on a second. Okay, Wolfie's in Perth, and he's having some plane. The plane is having some challenges. He's a little late. That's why everything got shifted back a little bit.
I want to go grab something, introduce it to everybody.
Sure. What shall it be? So this, but I tell you, people, I do like Jose. He's not here. He can't hear me. I like listening to Jose's channel. I like listening to his debates when he has the flat earthers on. It's always a good time. He does a great job moderating and kind of giving everybody a fair chance. So be sure to get in there and subscribe. Let's get him over 3,000. Over 3. Let's do it.
Look at that.
3,000.
This is the Saturn V scale model.
There it is.
It is really, really cool. I'm not going to open the box. I'm going to leave it as is for now. And this is a gift from C4 that I gave him a shout out earlier. He bought it on his way to my house. He said, I'm going to stop in the NASA museum giving Jose a bunch of things that is going to trigger him. The Saturn V and Apollo 11 patch, a little moon man, a couple NASA shirts. Shout out to C4. Good looking out, man. This is a great addition.
And for people that don't have the background, you're not convinced that people went to the moon. Is that right?
I am not necessarily convinced that humans walked on the moon. This right here.
Oh, there it is. The Gerand.
The name of this camera is the Gerand. Why do you call it the Gerand, Jose? Well, it's easy because this is the first P900 owned by the one and only Gerandism, the Gerand. That's why I call it the Gerand. This was kind of a little bit of a controversy when Gerand decided to sell one more time, to sell this camera to me. So I am the owner now. A lot of people still say, give the camera back to Flat Earth. Give the camera back to Gerand. No, he sold it. And it's mine, you know? So big shout out to the Gerand. This camera is featured in a documentary, very famous and very well known on Netflix called Behind the Curve. The Gerand, ladies and gentlemen.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
That is the camera that he was using.
This is the camera he used to do the test. Yes, it is.
That is.
Yes, it is.
The irony. I love it.
I have a handwritten letter by Gerand, a company that came accompanied with this camera, and I got still a few flyers and little cards that he sent me along with the camera. But I actually saving the handwritten letter. I'm gonna do a special one day and put a little montage together with the Gerand, the handwritten letter, and the little cards about Gerandism. Shut up.
That's awesome.
I really want to use it more. Now the weather in Florida is really crazy. I can't even take footage of the moon because we get cloudy skies almost every single night. I really want to go out, but I don't have a car right now. Riding my bicycle is really far from points of long distance observations. I really haven't been able to go out and do. But I enjoy going to the shore, to the beach, trying to capture anything, you know, fun atmospheric phenomena, something interesting that can prove the curvature of the Earth, that can prove us flat Earth. Every time I go out, I go with the mentality that I want to be the best flat earther ever, not being a flat earther. I want to find evidence of the flat Earth with the camera. I haven't accomplished that yet, but I don't lose the dream. I might give him something good, maybe.
So, all right, people were asking. I think it's a great line of questioning here. How is it that you got to be a flat earther?
I'm not gonna do the long story. I'm gonna do it. Keep it short.
Yeah, the short.
Browsing on YouTube, looking for educational videos from scientists and stuff. I actually, back in late 2016, early 2017, I got recommended flat Earth videos. I started watching the flat Earth videos via YouTube recommendation, and I keep getting more recommended. 6 or 7 months after that, I started uploading videos, Flat Earth, The Awakening. I did a short video of a bunch of random stuff. Yeah, the Earth is flat. There's no curvature. What was I doing? Just parroting a little bit of the memes that I heard, of the videos that I saw previously that got pushed to me. And I kept going, man. I went far. 2 solid years on the Flat Earth, being a member of big Flat Earth channels, debates, and open panels. And with the blessing of this camera that arrived to me, this interesting piece of technology is the one that helped me find the truth of I have to either be honest with myself and my audience, or be dishonest and keep pushing this flat Earth pipe dream. And I chose to be honest and say, like, yeah, there's no way to explain these observations that I caught with the camera. Earth cannot be flat. There's no way that you can explain this with flat Earth. And now I want to adopt the globe and keep learning what I didn't pay attention before as a flat earther. I learned a lot as a flat earther about the globe, but I didn't learn it the right way. I didn't learn it from the right sources. So I'm working on that, on learning a little more and more, you know.
Yeah, that's good. And so what was the thing that finally convinced you that it was that flat Earth is wrong?
It was a little observations, long distance observations. That was kind of my niche. I refused talking about the skies and sunrise and sunset. I refused talking about the rotation of the stars. I always was brought this by just normal people in very nice conversations. I said, like, you know what? Let's figure out what we're standing on. How about this long distance observation? I'm gonna show you a big ass mirage, and we can flip flop it either way. With my own long distance observations, I captured some clear images and footage that I could not explain on a flat Earth. And I went to some flat earthers showing them these observations, and they said, like, yeah, that's just an optical phenomena. So how? What? How does it work? They couldn't give me a direct answer and something that I could understand. If I couldn't understand it, it's not true. You cannot explain me something that is got some little bit of weight and substance, then it's not true. I said, like, what I got is weight and substance. It actually agrees with the globe, with the curvature, with the refraction, with the mat on the globe. So I say, if I put in a balance, these observations agrees with the globe and this agrees with the flat Earth. Get there with it. It was a lighthouse, man. It was a lighthouse. At the end of the day, that was the nail that I click in the coffin, and the coffin exploded and the zombies start walking out like, yeah, with a globe. I said, like, fucking hey, I cannot contain this anymore. I don't know, that was a weird phraseology, but yeah, it was a lighthouse observation. The beauty about this lighthouse, it got stripes, different stripes, colors, white and blue, and it was too much of disappearing from the bottom up in a very clear day.
You can count them.
Yeah,
right.
Perfectly explained on a globe. It agrees with the globe and everything. I just didn't get any from the flatter side. I said, yeah, this is it, I'm just gonna adopt the globe back, and while I'm gonna give a chance to flat earthers to give me their evidence of the flat
earth.
Yeah,
and so then the flat earthers were very kind and polite to you and gave you lots of scientific evidence.
Oh yeah, right. They were nasty. Those people who say, but Jose, you're my friend, you must be trolling. Fast forward 2 weeks, you were never my friend. You can go F yourself, man.
That's tough. That's tough. How much of your social group at the time was flat earthers?
90%. Let's say if I got to hang out and spoke with people online, I spoke with 100 people. Maybe five of those people were from the globe side that I had nice conversations. And sometimes I went to the group, they say, Jose, let's not talk about flat earth, they just chat, about normal stuff. So I was good with them. Now, of these 100 people, 90 people, they attacked me, pointing fingers at me and calling me all kinds of names under the sun. The 5 Globers were good with me. They say, hey, you do whatever you got to do. Just keep going, keep learning. And 5 of the flat earthers, at least 5, they stuck with me. They said, you know what? I disagree with your opinion, how you're doing it, but I'm with you, so I support you. So that was good to have this little bit of percentage that stuck with me when in the hard times that everybody was insulting me,
Yep. I asked that because it's a tough thing. I see that because when people become flat earthers, they tend to get ostracized, not just online, but in real life too. And then it becomes not just a opinion or a belief, it becomes your social group, and it's and more things than just that. And so that in the mind of a flat earther has got to be an insurmountable wall to climb over, an ice wall, if you will. Right? Like, if I'm not a flat earther anymore, then my whole social group falls apart. Right? Was that something that weighed on you at all?
It did persuade me a little bit on making my final decision. Should I continue attempt to hide this information that I got, these images that I got, and try to keep playing along the game? Or should I just be honest and go forward, and whatever happens, hopefully those flat earthers on my group that were my friends, we were able to continue having these conversations from opposite sides, But yeah, on my personal social life, I don't go out too much. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of family over here. I got my sister, my nephews and nieces, but they got their girlfriends and their social friends, and we do a lot of activities together. So that's kind of a little bit of my social life with my family and at work. I used to work in a grocery store or whatever it is, right? It wasn't Walmart, another one. I found flat earth as that. So I was this fun guy to hang around, hard worker. And when flat earth came in, since day one, I said, like, look, I started watching some videos about flat earth. Oh, get the hell out of here. So I was bombarding all my coworkers with flat earth stuff. So that was a thing that 1 year after that, when I was a full-on Nathan Oakley guy, everybody used to look at me and draw memes of me. I had a picture as the supervisor, and somebody put a little like a globe picture next to it, putting memes in my like a workplace. Yeah,
At
faked it.
work.
It was weird. Yeah, man, it was fun.
Oh.
I was this flat earther at work. Everybody lost respect. Didn't lose respect for me
Yeah.
as a manager, as a coworker, but they lost respect on me for information outside work. They say like, I said like, hey, did you see like whatever weather something? I said like, don't just forget about it. Let's talk about work. We got this.
Yeah.
We got to go to this shelf and grab this. You know, if people like got away from me because they didn't want to hear about it. This is weird, man.
All right. So I've got a question. This may be the most important question so far of the night, and it comes from FDFE. He says, Jose, who would win in a fight, Gerandism or Nathan Oakley?
Oh, I don't have to think too much. I think Gerandism will win the fight a lot easier. I think Nathan Oakley will win a fight with a person like Arwin, shape and skinny, maybe with a kid like his daughters. Let's fight. Maybe he's gonna be even, but he might win. But with a person like Gerandism put weight. He's like big guy, you know, scruffy. Yeah, I think Gerandism is a little bit too much for Oakley to take.
Gerand has some weight.
I think, yeah, I think so. He put on some weight, you know, myself. I was a really skinny guy as a flat earther. I put on some belly, man. I'll tell you a fact about me. I'm Puerto Rican. I like energy drinks. I smoke cheap cigars, and I got 3 nipples, you know, so what else do you need?
I didn't need to know the quantity of nipples. Oh my gosh.
You and you guys in the audience, you cannot unhear that. Yes, I say it.
Oh, where did that come from and why? All right. All right. Another question. All right. So there's the answer for that one, FTFE. Mandevil asks for Jose, where does he display his Neighbor of the Year award? I don't understand the backstory of that.
Neighbor of the Year award. I get the Neighbor of the Year award. People go and come. 90% of the time I do my show in here. I am right now in the kind of outside, pretty much in the porch. In the outside, we got a little public bench over there.
Oh, that's nice.
Neighbors over here, neighbors over there. And I am here 10, 11, 12 in the morning sometimes, just shouting at people, you mother, eat this. You get the hell out of my show. And then you got my partner, my partner in crime, coming from the inside like, dude, I gotta go to sleep early in the morning. What the hell, man? Sorry. 5 minutes after, you mother. And I hear him rumbling around. I say like, shit. And people also, I see the curtains, all the lights are off, and I'm paying attention, and I see a light go on, and a shadow figure coming up the windows when I start talking loud. So yeah, I think I am the best neighbor of this area right here.
I did twice. I've done live streams from a public park. So I did one last week, and like there's houses around, and I'm like, what are they thinking about me? I'm just sitting at a picnic table in a park.
They know. Most of the neighbors that walk by, they already ask me like, "What are you doing? Gaming? Are you doing music? Are you a music producer? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just talking to a bunch of weirdos on the internet, man, about flat Earth and shit like that and conspiracy." They said, "All right, makes sense. You're always yelling and talking random nonsense over there." I said, "Yeah, good looking out, man. Whenever you want, we'll sit next side by side to talk." So like, I'll pass. They keep walking. Sometimes they take the next street not to talk to me.
Gosh. Where to go? Trailer Cart Tech said, pierced my left, and then I'm not going to say the word, in 1988. And it's not his ear. Oh my gosh. Nice. Lael is wondering, what's wrong with your 3 nipples? Is there something wrong? If If you were to get just one of those nipples pierced, which would it be?
It will be the extra one.
The extra one.
It will be the extra one. Yeah, that would be more fun.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what? Yeah, no, I'm not going to talk about my
maybe
yeah.
maybe not. Hey, wow, this is the first time I've seen an actual spam, an adult theme spam in a live chat. Just come in.
First time. Wow, you're behind. I get one of those once a week.
Wow.
I do.
Wow. Effed up world. I was gonna call the cops and tell them there was a mysterious and suspicious guy in the park, MC Toon, but my phone died. Well, you don't know what park I was in. It was for people who want to know, last week I was at Veterans Park in Toma, Wisconsin. You can find it. There's a little structure, a little thing with a roof on it, and I was facing the street so that my voice projected away from the houses, and I still had 2 people come up to me while I was there.
I had every once in a while, at least once a week, there's a lot of cop activity over here in this. This is a small park where I live, like in and out, the one-way street, and there's a lot of activity. But when I moved in this new place a year and a half ago, within a week that I was doing my show, not on the live show, but two cop cars showed up, bunch of cops approaching me. So like, what's going on here? Hey, where is this person, X-person? I say, I have no idea who you're talking about. Do you know this name, Greg or whatever? I say, like, no. Like, is this your place? I say, yeah, I just bought this place like a few weeks ago, what's up? Oh, and they start chatting among each other. I say, hey, Jose JG. They go like, what? I say, like, Jose JG, that's the YouTube channel that you should look up. You're going to find this gentleman. I was showing my little clock with my face. I said, you find this icon in Jose JG and you can join my show. I would like a law enforcer to come and talk about flat earth. I'm talking to them in their faces. They all 4 cops looking at me and 2 in their cars. And I said, like, this, I call it the squeaky earth. And they go like, good night, sir. And they just hop in and they left.
I was watching with a friend, with a couple friends. We all right, this is a little strange. My friend, I don't know if I'm back yet or not. I'll explain what happened in just a second. I've got to set things up again. Holy cow, that was... All right, tell me in the chat if... All right, I'm back. Good. I got to get Jose back on here. I think my Zoom call is probably dead too. So, yeah, here's what happened. I have fans that cool my computer. The fan got unplugged. I had it maxed. I had the fans maxed, but it was unplugged from, I don't know why. So yeah, not solar flares. So, all right. I'm going to send the new. That scared me. Hold on. Did you hear that? That's the Zoom thing. Where'd it go? There it is. Got to turn this off here. Just a sec. Okay, jeez. Things went crazy. All right, I got Jose coming back in a second here. And yeah, the fan. So I need the fans because otherwise it just overheats. And there we go. Yeah, oh my gosh. All right, I sent the Zoom link to Jose. Sorry about that. Admit, there it is. He's coming in.
It should be good.
Yes, I think they hear you. And it didn't save. It says you're Tony Naum. I'll fix that in a second here. Because you're not Tony. Wow. So here's what happened. I have fans to cool my computer. They're external fans. And Jose JG. And guess what? It came unplugged.
Are you supposed to be a tech guy, MC?
I am supposed to be a tech guy. I'm embarrassed. So yeah, normally I do. There's three things that I do before a live stream always. I turn the fans to max. And pour myself some Toonshine and open up the tabs. There it is. And I turned the knob on the fan controller to max, but it was unplugged. So there it is. While I was gone, some super chats came in. Thank you so much, people. Let me read them here. Small Time Art says 33's ween is so small you can't simultaneously determine its position and velocity. Oh, poor 33. He gets no respect. He deserves no respect. Are you let's see. There you go. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. There we go. So there it is. Lael now is wondering, I think this might be a new most important question of the night. Toon, can you use 8 inches per mile squared to measure the drop between Jose's 3 nipples?
Oh, that's a good question. Can you, MC Toon? The question was actually for you.
Oh, it
what
is.
If I send you? What if I send you plan like a top bird's view picture and an orthographic picture of my 3 nipples? Will you be able to do that equation?
Yeah, I'd probably use the non-approximated one with Tony with cosines and tangent and all that. But yeah, I'm sure we could. Let's try it. Do they form a 1, 1, and 1 equilateral triangle, or is it?
It is an very small angle over here. So you go straight and then you go up a little bit and then you got this one. So how do you call this triangle?
That would be an acute right triangle, probably.
Okay. There you go. It makes an acute triangle.
Oh my gosh. That's a good question, Lael. Peter Miss Prime says, did you see the new Veritasium vid about cosmic rays killing computers? I did not, but I do like Veritasium. That's a good channel. So
yeah, I think I don't know. I was just born special. I got a little extra.
I know. I've known a couple other people that have had. Yeah.
It's actually multiple. Not that uncommon. It's not that easy. I don't know, 1 every 500 or something like that.
My dog has an odd number of them.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
Now, dogs have more than 2. I don't know what the number is, but she certainly is not normal in having an odd number.
Nice. Is that a quick fire round of random things that you want to ask me? I'll give you an example. Like, what is the circumference of the Earth, or the distance to the Moon, the distance to the Sun? Little random stuff. Maybe a specific year, a specific name of somebody who invented this, who came up with this theory. I'll be honest. I'm probably not gonna get any right, but I'm gonna try to make a good approximation.
All right. So. All units must be in sheep units, so we'll start with that.
He's killing me.
Kidding. Radius of the Earth.
Roughly 2,500 miles.
That's the
around.
circumference.
Oh, circumference. Yeah, the circumference of the Earth, yes.
Yeah, and the radius then.
Oh, the radius is not 2,500 miles.
That's the circumference.
I don't do kilometers. Oh, radius. Oh, radius. Radius is from the center of the Earth 4,000 miles?
Yeah, just under 4,000. Yep.
Okay, roughly 4,000. So I don't want specifics. Okay.
Okay, distance to the moon.
Close to 245,000 miles.
I think it's
distance
280 is closer. 280.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Because I used to do 250,000, but they're like 243. That's why I say 245.
Yeah, I think it's 280, but it's in the ballpark. Let's go with that. You got the right number of digits, which sometimes in those kind of distances is all that matters. Distance to the sun.
It is 1 astronomic unit, which equals roughly 93 million miles, give or take, depends on the time of the year or the season. Depends on the location relative from the Earth to the sun.
Ooh, you know what, Jose? I was wrong. You're right. 238, 900 miles. There it is. And sorry, then what was your answer to
93 million miles away? Depends on the season, on the time of location Earth in the sun,
93?
You say a little more, a little less, right? 93 million miles away.
Yep. All right, hold on a second. As an aside here, there's a Sean Hufford in the chat who is not the real Sean Hufford. So and he's been not behaving very well. So I will be hiding that user on the channel. There you go. I just confirmed by sending a message to the real Sean Hufford. So
that is only fair. Yep.
Yeah. Brainy Beaver has been interacting with him and a few others. So there you go. That is somebody trolling as Sean Hufford. So don't hold whatever was going on against the real Sean Hufford there. So there you go. There you go. And Sean Hufford was a mod from back in the day and is still a mod. And I'll leave him and I have no problem with him. Some people have had some issues with Sean, and rightly so, I think. But I'm also about forgiveness. So
screw you, Sean Hofford. Screw you. He's all right with me. I'm all right with him, man.
Yeah. So I am okay with him, and we can have a decent chat here with Sean Hufford too. So modern day debate for $2. James says, don't forget to hit that sweet like button. Thank you very much. Modern day debate, James there. So funny enough, coincidentally, I am going to be on modern day debate on Saturday night. It will be myself and a person that I've not met before, a Globe proponent that has not had any this is going to be this person's first time dipping their foot into the debate of the Earth shape. We will be sitting against Austin Whitsitt and a girl named Emma, I believe, and that is
enough is enough of Austin. Damn it. No, it's okay. A lot of people enjoy that, man.
Yeah. So anyway, that will be happening on Saturday. So there you go. Thank you for that. At 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern. There it is. Oh my goodness. Brainy Beaver for 2 Canadians says, Sean was always a dick to me. He can eat butt. So that's funny, Brainy. The fake Sean Hufford was also the same to you. So Lael says, I can forget. Oh, I cannot forget your super chat, Lael. It rolled off the screen. I was getting to it. Really, I was. Lael for $3 says, can you get Mallory to do the measurement for you? Mallory, can you measure the distance to the moon, please?
there's a way that you can do it. You can measure it yourself. So I used to think when I was a kid, I haven't tried. If you got a big, powerful flashlight, I can put the flashlight pointed to the moon, and I can hop onto the beam. That beam will take me to the moon. Now, I don't know how I will come back to Earth because the beam is going that way up. Now, I can measure the distance to the moon, but somebody got to go and pick me up because if I put the end of a measuring tape over here, I can grab the tape and just run with the beam.
Bring a flashlight with you. Then you can ride it back.
Why I didn't think of that? Yay!
I mean, you lose the flashlight because it's now stuck on the moon.
Thank you.
So,
it's all good. I'll leave it there.
And all right, Holy Smalls for $5 says, did MC Toon just admit to having an OnlyFans? No, in fact, I did not. You know what? I did see that OnlyFans has said that they're going to get rid of content of the type that you guys were thinking about anyway. So there it is. Oh, nice. Eric Vox, this is a good question for Jose. Creation or evolution?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one for me. I don't talk about the topic too much. I can only give you my personal opinion, which I don't even have a fair answer. It could be either or. I hear the argument of there's all kinds of evidence for evolution, but I put whatever evidence you can show me for evolution, I can still say that a creator could be responsible for this evolution to happen, you know? Yeah, I don't have if my personal belief, which has any weight, my personal opinion, because of the way I was born, raised, and the way my childhood up to my teenager years went, I say created, not necessarily by a god or a god of the Bible, but somehow by intelligence, you know, some kind of an intelligent being or beings or creator, you know.
I think that's a pretty common thing that I think it's the responsible way too to say, well, the Bible isn't a science book, so it's about relationships and some history and spiritual things. So you don't need to go there to figure out science. So
go to science. When I found flat Earth, I was born and raised in a Christian environment from the Bible. But when I found flat Earth, I did the impossible that all the flat earthers say, like, why, Jose? Why do you do this? Why do you don't want to talk about the Bible? Why you don't want to present the Bible as an evidence of flat Earth? Why you don't want to include the Bible and your personal belief with the reality on which we live in? That I say, no, if I want to talk about flat Earth and find the truth and find reality where we live in, I need to leave my personal belief outside the topic. So that's why I got to put the Bible in a drawer and lock it while I'm on the internet, you know? So whatever happened in my personal life happened when I was on every single time that I was on there. I don't want to put my personal belief into reality. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but.
So that's an interesting thing, Jose. There's you who didn't tie flat Earth with religion. There's Seek Truth, Speak Truth, who didn't tie flat Earth with religion. And there's Ranty, who didn't tie flat Earth with religion.
Wow, there's a pattern here. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's definitely a pattern. Now,
where I come from, my dad was a pastor. You know, he's a saint right now. You know, he's still alive and he still goes to the churches and preaches. And even my family is people of faith and God and the Bible and all of this. And I was born and raised in this environment until I was 30 years old that I live in Puerto Rico. In 2005, when I left Puerto Rico, I was 30 years old. Is when I start seeing things for myself, and I did it out of respect for my family. Still, you know, going along with the Bible thing. But I mean, I chose now in this point, I couldn't do it. If I want to find the truth, I cannot bring the Bible as my evidence, you know, because it's just a personal belief, you know.
Yeah. Well, if it's true, it's true. You don't need to just take
yeah, exactly.
yeah, an unsubstantiated thing. you know, it needs to reflect reality. It's not the other way around. So, all right, I got a couple. Let's see. John Rapp says, Squeaky Earth, and have you found Australia yet?
Well,
is Australia not on there?
It is 3 minutes till 11 in the morning, but I think Australia fell on the speaking. It's not here. We just got one. I don't know what is this between Europe and Africa here.
That doesn't look right.
We got the Americas over here. That's it. We don't even have my Puerto Rico. I'm gonna have to do something with this because we need to add Antarctica, North, all kinds of stuff.
Greenland is gone.
Greenland is gone. There's no Australia.
North America, it doesn't look like that. That is not right.
It's a little off. It's a little bit off.
That's a lot off. Wow.
Just a little bit.
Look, hold on a second. Look at South America sideways.
Yeah, North America here, and you got South America going whoop, going that way.
Oh, that's as bad as
it's a little odd.
What's that guy that had the thing with
the moon?
Patricia Steer, not Mark. The other guy that had the thing with Patricia Steer. You know what I'm talking about?
Antonio.
Antonio. He did his own flat Earth map. That's basically the AE map with stuff kind of messed up like that globe has.
Yeah.
There it is. All right. Brainy Beaver says regarding OnlyFans, apparently they went back on their announcement about what they were not going to be having on that. So he says they went back on that. OnlyFans is go for insertion. And Punchy, who's also a Canadian, just like Brainy Beaver says, don't you know our money is worthless to MT Toon, Brainy Beaver? This lousy $5 couldn't even get him 1 gallon of gas in us money. Gallon. Shake my head. Dude, in Canada, do they not use gallons for gas? They use liters? I suppose they do.
You're asking me. I'm Puerto Rican, bro. Hey, we use liters in Puerto Rico. If you the gas stations, you go like, I don't know. Back in the day, 25 cents per liter. You guys, you see the 0.25 in the sign, you know. So which it was when it was a dollar a gallon. Beautiful, man.
Well, that's interesting. Now in sheep units, it's the size of a sheep bladder. A sheep bladder is the liquid volume unit.
There was a question earlier if I like pineapple in pizza.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
if you caught that with the corner of your eye.
It's a great question. Yes.
And my answer is no. Pineapple in pizza is disgusting.
Oh.
I can eat. You know that we got the ham and pineapple. I don't know if anybody does it, but there's a Christmas thing, maybe a Thanksgiving thing. You got ham and pineapple. I can eat that ham. I don't have to eat the pineapple. I cannot eat the pineapple, even taking I can eat the pizza all day long. I cannot. If there's pineapple made with pizza, even if I take the pineapple out, it's disgusting. The pizza doesn't go with pineapple.
Man,
done.
That's
rough. I'm right.
That's rough. I love it. So, you know, we kind of stopped when things lifted here in the spring, but we did every week, just about every week, we made homemade pizza. I made the dough from scratch, and our family, we did homemade pizza, and just about every week we had pineapple on pizza. Yeah, but Quickie says, I always knew I liked Jose. Now I know why. Say no to pineapple on pizza.
Disclaimer, I love pineapple. I love pineapple.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, I can grab a pineapple and do the little thing that you pull the pulp, or just can cut it and shove it, and you get hanging pineapple in my beer. I can eat the whole thing, even can, but the mix with the pineapple and pizza, just no.
I love it. I do love it. Yes. Do you use a wood-fueled oven for your pizza or gas or microwave? We have an electric oven in the kitchen. I was actually looking into making a wood-fired oven, like out of brick, that I might just do. We'll see.
Why don't you? Yeah, go ahead.
Brainy Beaver, the channel that blushes when it says insertion. Yes, Brainy. Yes, I'm innocent. Someday I may figure out what all these things are, what the actual birds and bees are doing. But until then. All right, go ahead.
I forgot. I was gonna say something about a dragon, but it just flew over my head.
All right. Oh, Lael has to always remind me. Can Mallory do the measurements of the drop between Jose's nipples?
Well, if I just knew who Mallory was.
Mallory is a flat earther. Lives in Canada. She's been on here a couple times.
Oh yeah. Just tell her to holler at me. I'll send in all kinds of pictures of my nipples.
All right, there it is, Mallory. If you're interested, you can get photography.
I don't know if Sean Hawkins, he got a 3D machine. I don't know if you want to, do something with it too.
Will you take these photos with the Gerand?
Yes, 1080p.
There you go.
No raw. I don't like it. P900 don't like it raw. It's 1080. I challenge you. I got a challenge for you. Can you read the comment from Qzo PR1? He tagged me at Jose JG. Can you read that?
Oh my goodness, this is going to be terrible. It's in not American. Jose JG, do you like morcilla, cuajo, and guineos en escabeche?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
No, he said, Jose JG, do you like morcilla, cuajo, and guineos en escabeche? Yes, I love that. Morcilla is the blood sausages from the pork made in Christmas. Cuajo means the pork ears made some kind of a stew. And guineos en escabeche is like the green bananas boiled with like a little garlicky sauce type of thing. Delicious stuff.
Is this a Puerto Rican thing?
Yes, it's a Puerto Rican thing. Yeah, he is from Puerto Rico. He lives in Puerto Rico. So he always hanging out in my chat, and he triggered me because when somebody he types little segment of a song in Puerto Rico, a segment of a Spanish song from Puerto Rico, and I got a OCD thing that I gotta sing it. Wow. That's why I don't know a lot of movies, American movies, like cult movies from United States, a lot of songs
like the Holy
and
Grail.
Famous bands, because I live since I was born up till I was 30 years old in Puerto Rico. So it was more of a Puerto Rican culture. It was 100% Puerto Rican culture with a little bit of a United States, included here and there. So I knew about the movies and songs.
How much English did you speak there?
In Puerto Rico, I was a D- student when I graduated high school. English D-, and they taught us English from first grade to 12th grade to graduation. I was a bad English student.
But just conversational. How were you Was that common, or was it almost all in Spanish?
It was all in Spanish. All in Spanish for me. There was some, we called the nerdy guys and these geek guys, and they used to practice sitting some benches in the school and talk English around them. But they were like these odd people, these 2 out of 100, talking English. Look at these crazies over there. It was good. I would have, I learned more in 1 year in the United States over here and in the workplace than my whole life in school in Puerto Rico. It's true, just 24/7 listening to English,
Yeah, well, your English is great, and your accent is why people should definitely sub to your channel, just to hear your sweet accent.
Yeah, my English is not very good not very good looking, but my beard will make up for what is missing.
I do know one thing about Puerto Rico. Yeah, and the Spanish that you use there. One thing. You do not eat frijoles. You eat habichuela.
Bingo, exactly. Yeah, there's a slang thing in Puerto Rico. If I mean Puerto Rican having a conversation with a person from South America or Mexico, let's say Mexican, if we are talking using the correct words by the dictionary in Spanish, we will understand each other 100%. Now, if I'm having a conversation with a Mexican and I tell them, use just your slang terms from your town, from back in the day, use slang terms and use these little, acronyms and stuff. And I use my Puerto Rican slang, we would not understand shit each other. It's like we're talking two totally different languages. That's that bad. It is frijoles. They call frijoles the beans. We call habichuelas.
I just got a the debate with Tony and Wolfie is moving back another half hour, so I will adjust it again.
Yeah, just let me know if you want me to get out of here. If you want me to save, if you have an idea for a challenger that somebody want to talk to me or
hey,
something,
let
me know.
Here's the deal: you have an open channel every day. So here it is. If anybody's interested, you let me know. Should I mean, I could just drop the link right in the chat. I could do it your style, just like you do. Let me do that. I think I shall. All right, let me adjust this. I'm going to push back the wrong one. I don't want to push back the Wolfie 3010 after show. You know who Wolfie 3010 is?
No, I know Wolfie 60-20 or 90-20.
60-20. Right, Wolfie 60-20. Yep. Well, McFlatty, a very awful and terrible flat earther. He thinks that that planar walk, because he's New Zealander, thinks that planar walk is Wolfie's son, so calls him a Wolfie 3010.
Interesting. That's weird.
So we've picked up on that, and so planar walk's going to be in the after show, which has now everything's moved back an hour and a half. So, and I got confirmation from both Tony and Wolfie, and I updated the start time of the video, so it all should work. So,
I need to apologize to you, MC Toon, because you haven't break the 200 viewers mark. People don't like me,
I did for a little while. I was over 200.
Oh, okay. I'm happy now.
Yeah. How many? Where are your subs at, Jose? Where do you?
Where are my subs, Alice?
People, if you're not subscribed to Jose, you get on it right now.
Whoa! Look at that! It went up. Actually, went up. I was at 77, and I'm at 86 now.
86. 9 subs, people.
Yeah. More than I expected.
Help a brother out. Help a brother out.
More than I expected.
There it is.
I love it, man.
I like Jose. And hey, tell you what, Jose, don't listen for a second. You don't have to watch him. Just go sub. All right, Jose, you can listen again.
It's all good. It's all good, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. I got a the big push I got in my channel was two times that I was mentioned by Conspiracy Cats. Yeah, that's when I just went from flat Earth to the globe. Conspiracy Cats went to one of my first shows, open discussions that I had live, and all of a sudden I woke up with it. I don't know, 800, 900, 1,000 subscribers. I had 300 when I started doing my shows, and I woke up with 1,000 subscribers. Everybody, Conspiracy Cat sent me. And he gave me a shout out in his channel. Then he did it again one time. He did a little special with me and Kiwi having a go in the Nathan Oakley show, me and Nathan and Kiwi.
That's right. You held Nathan's feet to the fire. It was awesome.
I enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed that.
And that's on your channel still, right? That
yes.
When you went on there, and what did you do? I want you to explain what you did, because I loved it.
Yeah, I did. I was already I wasn't blocked from the Nathan channel, but I was already warned. If you're coming here just to try to talk about the globe and whatever, you're not gonna have it. And I go like, Nathan, I challenge you. Let's do it. Let's do a debate, like 3 points, 3 questions. And And I say, I got 3.3 questions. Let's share an image of the Earth, of the whole Earth, as for, I'm not going to say a model of the Earth. If you want to present a model, a drawing, Crayolas or whatever, you can do it. I'm going to present you an evidence of the Earth. Number two, show me a calculator that is going to tell me how and why things disappear from the bottom up. Something that I can find online, that it can be easy to find. And number three, show me any kind of observations, long distance observations, measurements, any type of experiment that you have done yourself, or somebody you trust. And yeah, it wasn't good for them because I was able to present. I just grabbed a few images of Earth from Google, like legit pictures of the Earth seen from satellites. And I presented to him. I presented a few alternatives from Earth curve calculators, Walter Bisling, Mick West, etc. And then I show him I got images that I took myself. Look at, this is my lighthouse, and I got a bridge over here. I got a bunch, and what were they doing? Barking and yelling and QE calling me names in the background. It was hilarious stuff, man. Fun stuff. I enjoyed that, man.
He was so triggered. They just they never have anything. It's always the same. I just last night on Facebook I posted something, and a guy's like, "Well, you don't have anything for the globe. It's all just faith." I'm like, "Well, here's a bunch of measurements. Measurements aren't faith." But then I go to him. I said, "Well, if your view of flat Earth isn't based on faith, on blind faith, well, then just tell us." Any of these things, I'm sure you'll be able to answer pretty quickly because it's not based on faith, like the elevation of the sun and moon over flat Earth, the mechanism by which they stay aloft, the reason why that they change, and grow and shrink the circumference of their movement over flat Earth, what causes them to speed up and slow down. A bunch of things like that. And the guy's answer was, that's just a straw man. How's that a straw man? You don't have any answers. You can't even begin to answer anything. So,
too easy for him to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah. And that's why I like to have people on for a debate live, because you can't just say that's a straw man and then run away. When your face is on screen and you have an opportunity to present the actual factual information about it, and you can't, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, there are some tactics and techniques that a lot of the flat earthers use. I know them, I understand them, I see them coming from a mile away, and sometimes I just let them, because there's other people. What I do, I just give the floor for people to talk with each other. So I see their tactics and I just stay out. I say, like, go ahead, man, give them the answer. Like, what's going on? I don't know. It's fun to see flat earthers and globers interact. I like it because people from two different walks of life, to different education levels, to different careers, job related, races, parts of the world, and we come together to talk about specific. It doesn't happen every day. I cannot go to every single person in a tie and suit in the street and start chatting with him. He's gonna look at me like, weirdo, call the cops. Over here, we can be a young man, a young guy of 20 years old talking to an 80-year-old about the shape of the Earth, and we do have fun, even from whatever you're coming from. You're a rich, wealthy person versus the poor, homeless guy in the corner. We can still have a good conversation. That's the beauty about this.
Yeah, the Ryan Casey. Ryan Casey. He's homeless. He lives in Seattle. I think he kind of lives mostly in a or at least used to live in a storage container or a storage unit. But he was on with me and FTFE a couple weeks ago on the street, and some homeless guy, because he's homeless too, walks up to him and just starts talking, and he wasn't all straight in the head. It was super funny. Nice guy that came up to him, but I like Ryan Casey. He's a bit crazy, but he's funny. So
good people. Yeah. Everybody, I'm a poor guy. I have a roof under my head. I pay my bills. I eat. I'm happy. I'm happy, and yeah. Could it be better if I was a wealthy, rich guy, having everything that I wanted ever? Maybe, but I would probably be have a different personality, be a different person. I like, I was raised and born and raised humble, and I'm continuing to be, and I like it, man. Hell yeah.
So you said your dad was a preacher?
Yeah, a pastor of an evangelic church in Puerto Rico. He was a high school teacher before I was born until I was 6 years old. When I was 6 years old, he he went to college for ethics and religion and a bunch of stuff. He did like 4 years in college, and he became a pastor until he retired when I was, I think, 28, probably something around there. And he still participates and go to churches and all this stuff, but now retired. That was his career, yes.
Yeah, and
Weird,
he's still in Puerto Rico?
He's still in Puerto Rico. My mom and my dad, yeah. They're old. They got the health issues, but they're still alive and kicking around, I remember when in school, I was, I don't know, first or second grade. What do your dad do? My dad is a fireman. Oh, my dad is a lawyer. My dad is a cop. And you? I said, like, I don't know what my dad is. He's always sitting at home typing in the typewriter. I remember that so clear. My dad still say the story. I remember when you say school that I didn't do anything and I just typing in the typewriter, old school typewriter with the ink and all this stuff. In the church my dad ran over there when I was a kid, they had an old copy machine with dropping buckets of ink, and it was a metal press. It was like cranking it, manual mechanic, and cranking the papers to print the program of the Sunday schools and shit like that. Yeah. I used to run that whole print thing manual. Beautiful stuff, man. I remember those are good times when I was a kid, and doing this old school mechanic stuff.
That's awesome. I used to write typesetting software, so I interacted with some of the old machines at times, seeing how they work. This is I love this little thing from Blue Marble Science. The Blue Marble Science is on your streams often. Here, let's name drop a little bit first here. Blue Marble Science is on your stuff often. Bob the Science Guy was on today.
Yes.
Right. Who else is on there on occasion?
Of the Larry Scott,
surveyor, yeah.
Surveyor, yes. Jesse Kozlowski used to go a lot, but he's not recently. Now we got Farmer's Boy. He's from England. He is one of the regular participants of the show. There's a few guys that I don't. I mean, their vocations, what they work on, their personal life is related to science and physics and all that kind of stuff. That's more personal, but to mention a few, I don't know, Alem, Mr. Victory participates in the show. He always kind of more in the background doing a little graphics and stuff. Did nobody else come to me, man? I'm blacked out. But a lot of people, we got Payne as a Shield. Who is Payne as a Shield? He got all kinds of certificates. Oh. Some guy called Payne as a Shield.
One time I have spoken with Riley. One time.
Because over there on my book show.
He has avoided me otherwise. It was on your show. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. 1.5 years, 2 years ago, all the recognized big names on the flat earth used to go there. But Nathan, Oakley, and Kiwi, those two are out. Or Gerand or Bob. Those 4 people haven't been on my show, but I think 90% of the rest of the people on the channels that you have seen, even from the old school to the new, they have been on my channel. DITRH have been there talking to the guys on the show. Yeah, he have been.
Like just in the chat, or has he been?
No, he was in the call for like a whole hour and a half talking to 3 or 4 guys. That was fun, man. That was a year ago. I don't know.
You had Dearth actually show up to talk to somebody that didn't just gobble down everything that he says?
He was there. He was in my show, yeah. And I caught him on a small flatter channel. He was talking to them, and I pop in the show. I said, like, yeah, just tell Dirt this and that. I invite him, tell him to show up tomorrow and to come into my show, to be a man. And he showed up and he jumped in the panel and he talked to us. Fuck the odds, man. And there was this guy with 200,000+ subscribers, Red Pill Philosophy. He was always on the show.
Oh yeah, Red Pill.
Him and John Hawkins, they had this personal feud, and they used to sort it out back in the day on my show. You know,
yeah,
we had the Rileys, the Arwins.
Let's be honest here. He had 200,000 subscribers, but he got the views of somebody with 50 subscribers.
Horrible low views, man.
Yeah, nobody cares.
That's what sometimes I say, and sometimes I say, you know what? I am really glad what I am today, because I have under 3,000 subscribers for the longest time. I had 2,000 subscribers for the longest time, but I got from 50 viewers to 100 viewers. There was a time that I used to have 150, 200 views every single day with 2,000 subscribers. That was really high percentage-wise. Now, there was a time that I was head-to-head with the Nathan Oakley show a year and a half, 2 years ago. We used to go roughly at the same time. Nathan Oakley and the Kiwi, they had 80 and 90 people watching. I had 150 people watching with five times less the amount of subscribers than he does. You know, I had 2,000, he had 10 or 15,000 subscribers. So I said, I'm happy. If every day I got 20, 25 subscribers, I'm happy, because that's like if I may do an activity and I say, like, everybody jump on, and I got 20 people show up in my house. That's a big party, man. So if I got 20, 25 people, that's beautiful, you know? Yeah. And I appreciate everybody watching.
So yeah, a lot of the flat earthers have they've left. Ooh, I heard cerveza.
Just give me 1 minute.
All right.
Pub in the road really quick.
Sounds good. I'll read this. Blue Marble Science says, have you heard, or how do you like the "we haven't had enough time to figure it all out" excuse from the flat earthers? I've been debunking these fools for 3 years, and they haven't moved a plank length. It's even more to the point that they haven't had time to figure it out, because those are also the same people that say all the ancient cultures used to know that the earth was whatever, right? If all the ancient cultures knew, if all the ancient cultures knew that the earth was whatever, then, oh my gosh, then they've had more time. Flat earthers, you've had more time than the rest of us to figure it out, and you still can't figure it out. How's that? Oh, there we go. I usually have something in there to keep it from going all crazy. So yeah, flat earthers, the reason why you haven't figured it out is because your idea was given up. It was replaced by something that worked. Nothing works on flat earth. So, Size Striking, did you grow out your hair? Normally what I do, here's a little secret. I get, I have a razor, an electric razor. I put the number 8 guard on it, and I just, do all of it. It's a whatever length an 8 guard is. Then I do that myself. And then I have my wife or my kid come do the sides, try to mix it, match it in. But instead, because I'm like, you know what, I might try for the flock of seagulls look. I've just done the side here. So it's basically a super wide mohawk. I could maybe just get some Elmer's glue and do this with it. Like that. There we go. I
promise I didn't rage quit. I'm still here.
Faux hook. You didn't what?
I didn't rage quit. I'm still here.
You didn't rage quit.
You got to kick me out. Oh, yeah, man.
There it is. All right. I've never seen such behavior in the war room before, says for $5. You ever think about talking to the famous flat earthers like Kyrie Irving just to try to educate them? Well, I don't know if I could get a message to that person, to the basketball player. And I suspect he probably thinks this, he doesn't care all that much. I've tried to, like, through Joe Rogan, get to Eddie Bravo. I've tried to suggest that Joe Rogan by tweeting to him that he should have Eric Dubay debate me, because Eric Dubay spent all this time trying to get Neil deGrasse Tyson to debate, but Eric Dubay is too scared to debate me. He blocked me. Eric blocked me on Twitter. He's so scared. I don't know.
far as I know, Eric Debate have never debated anybody.
Yeah, and I don't think it would go well for him. He would just, because the thing is, it's Flat Earth is just claims with no evidence. That's all it is. So, and you know that as much as anybody, right? What's the circumference of the 45 degrees south latitude? Don't know. No flat earther has ever bothered to go in Australia or South America or Africa and just measure between points of longitude, or between points of longitude to see the distance of it. You could do a tenth of a degree longitude and then multiply by 3,600 to find out the radius of that particular, the circumference of that particular latitude, but they won't do it. So whatever. Eric, the bosom of the deep. Yeah. Eric, how do tides work on flat Earth? Oh, well, it's the gentle rising and falling of the bosom of the deep.
The Earth breathes. That
doesn't go well in a debate, does it? Safety K, it's just absolutely, it's fun how Flerfs claim to love God, etc., but then lie in his name when lying is a sin. Yeah, I
remember a few months ago I saw you debate one guy, and what he had is like a little bucket, shallow bucket with like water, clear water with a little bit of water. Look, this is our water right here. Look, splashing all over the place. I go like, what the hell is going on here, man?
That was the shaman from Mexico, or who lives in Mexico. I think he's an American, and he's like, and the planes go bzzz.
Oh, it's hilarious, man. Guy, I love it, bro.
Oh, that was awesome. Gary Wybenga, I'm still waiting for you to answer what actually causes something to appear smaller in the distance beside the word perspective. Oh, Gary. No, Syph, it was not Dion. What was that guy's name? He was so triggered after that debate. He was super triggered. And I just kept, all I did was I would screenshot people's comments from the YouTube comment section and paste it to him in Facebook, and he eventually blocked me.
Hey, can you share my for those watching, I am actually an artist.
Oh yes.
I used to be big in drawing and murals or whatever in Puerto Rico. Now there's like this 30 years gap in between my life that I didn't do any drawing. So I'm practicing again. I'm back to practicing drawing.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a few little caricatures, kind of a fun stuff over there on my channel. I'm gonna try to do one daily. I posted one for you, MC Toon, if you want to share that. I just did it this morning. If you want to show your audience, maybe they haven't seen it.
Did you send it to me?
Through Discord, yes.
Oh, there it is. Yes, I have it. All right, I will download it. You talk while I download it.
Cool. So yeah, I've been practicing my drawing skills again. I did a fun Arwin drawing. I drew Arwin, for those who know him, fighting the trolls in the YouTube chat. And I did a drawing of Brian Leakey today doing an experiment. The only way he can do it. And I guess it's working, you know? He doesn't look too happy with the result, but he pulled it off somehow, man. It's Brian Leakey's mad. Ever sell a painting? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I am so happy that Arwin's drawing from 2 days ago and today's drawing have been sold to the best bet. Yeah, I got like $20 for each one of those pictures. So beautiful, well done. I got the addresses and I'm about to mail them very soon.
I watched that go down live. It was very fun. I loved that it happened, and that there it is. There is the video, the picture you drew today. People are seeing it right now. Of Brian Leakey and his experiment that he's doing. I love the experiment. It's got he's holding a leaf blower blowing up to toward the umbrella that he's sitting on a chair, and the chair's attached to the umbrella. And so the leaf blower is going to keep him up. And he's got another leaf blower blowing down to propel him up.
That leaf blower pointing down is held by a roll of fishing line. Fishing line is hooked to the umbrella, which the line is holding the blower, holding down. He got in his right hand, he's got a pendulum hanging. I don't know why. He always carries a troll toy in his pocket. We got the sun, but the most important thing, how do we know that these leaf blowers are working? Because they are plugged in. Where? I don't know, because it's really high up. We can see the curvature of the earth from this height.
Well, I suppose he's got an extension cord going down to the ground.
Yeah, he's got the two leaf blowers plugged in somewhere there.
Oh man, this is Wolfie just sent me a picture of a mechanic working on the plane. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Something is up with the plane. That so I don't know.
I want to say if you can share this one too, it's up to you. This one will be Arwin fighting the trolls.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
And this is all kinds of good stuff in this one.
So the Brian Leakey was bought by
Mr. Malord, if I'm not mistaken. Now Bob the Science Guy, we made a deal. Bob the Science Guy say, yes, Jose, that picture is mine. I'm gonna pay you good money, and he will like to come by my place and pick it up personally. But then in the moment, I actually got paid for the picture. They said, no, that picture, the leaky picture is mine. So I talked to Bob. He agreed that I will redraw the picture. I'm not going to add or take away anything. But the only thing that is going to have the picture of Bob is I'm going to be using the real expensive drawing pencils and drawing equipment. This one was made with a cheap material. But I'm gonna do the Bob the Science Guy really nice with nice equipment.
Yeah. All right. So there's Brian, and then here's the one Arwen slaying the trolls. Oh, I love that. You can tell it's Arwen. It's just totally him.
Yes, if you guys know who Arwen is, he got in the background on his videos. He has a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows how to use it because look, he's catching the linings with the bow and shooting them with the arrows. That lining is going through him, but you can see it's Arwen because he got the magic coat. He got the boots on. We see the castle, and we see a troll. I mean, this is it. It's just nothing else to say.
I love that. All right, I don't want to miss the super chat from Small Time Art. It says plank length is also known as UC Wiener units. There it is. UC Wiener.
Boom. Yeah, and there's a lot of people, nobody's safe. Maybe you'll be at the end of one of my drawings one day, MC Toon. Who knows? Every day I'm going to do a character, a person, just because I can.
This particular thumbnail for this stream was some art that somebody sent me. Somebody emailed me. I'll get his name. S. Aston, I think. S. Aston. He sent that to me unrequested, unannounced. Just sent me some fan art, and so I used that in the thumbnail for this particular stream. So thank you very much, S.
It is
Aston.
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool thumbnail, man.
Tony Regime, Safety K, you don't want Gary to go on and debate MC Toon. All he does is deny science and isn't entertaining. You've had Gary on too.
Gary has been on for the longest time. I blocked Gary Webenga. I blocked him on Discord and on my channel a few months ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember a specific reason. I think it was a mixture of spamming in the chat versus yelling profanities on the voice chat and yelling and insulting me to my face in my YouTube chat and then I try to, oh, it is deep breaths, relax. The mute button didn't work. I said, I'm gonna have to mute you so you can let the people answer you. And I unmute him. He's still talking. He didn't know he was muted. And you go F yourself, Jose, this and that. So we lost him. But Gary, you define my email on the description box of my video. Send me an email and make a case for yourself, and I'll unblock you, bro.
Yeah, Gary. Why is Gary like that? Why do people have to be so vile like that? I don't know. And I mean, he gets in here and he just makes these claims that are just, they don't make any sense. But he thinks that, in his tiny little mind, he thinks that is the actual answer. Like that, I already answered you. I don't need to answer you again. And no, your answer doesn't make sense. That's why it was asked again. So for example, asking about the EQ mount, he says right here in the chat, the EQ fails because it wants to track downward when the sun isn't going down, but it's simply moving away. Wrong. You just made a claim without evidence. That's it. It going away doesn't actually mean anything. So anyway.
And Tune, he is getting to that time that I'm gonna have to rage quit and bail on you.
Yes.
Because it's kind of half an hour ago is the time that I do my last round with my dogs. I got a few Chihuahua dogs on my own, and I gotta take care of them, man.
So I have one question. Downtown Minneapolis, there's a nice Mexican restaurant. And I'm there and I look on the menu, and it has on the menu on this, I don't know what particular thing it was, but they have Chihuahua cheese. How do they milk those little dogs?
Oh, that's a really good question. Chihuahua cheese. I'm gonna save it over here because across the street, my neighbor is Mexican. I'm gonna ask her. Stop with the Chihuahua cheese, like, man, come on, give me a break. That's beautiful.
Oh, I love that. I know the actual answer, people. I'm not actually.
I don't.
Oh, Chihuahua's
I never heard that before. Chihuahua cheese.
It's Chihuahua's a region or a state or province in Mexico.
Oh, fuck's sake! I was thinking about now I heard Chihuahua, the place.
Yeah, so
like Acapulco or whatever. Yeah.
It's cheese from that region. That's
beautiful.
It's not actually from a dog. But Venezuelan beaver cheese, I think, really is from a beaver. So anyway, Jose, what have you to say as you head out?
You have been horrible. I hate you, Tune. You suck. Everybody in the audience, go screw yourself. You all suck. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
No.
No. Thank you. No, thank you for the opportunity, Tune. It was all kinds of fun. I am no good to try to get into a 2-hour conversation with a one-on-one person, but it was fun. It was dynamic, entertaining, laid back and relaxed. My channel, Jose JG, I do a almost daily show, roughly around the same time. So check on the previous shows, and that's roughly around the time that I do it. It's around 1 or 2 p.m. Florida time, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. And it's an open panel. I call it the Daily Boom. I provide a link for Discord or Google Meets, and I allow the audience to jump in the show and you be the protagonist of it. If you have anything special to present, you done any observation, any test experiments, or you just would like to come in and hang out, have some small talk about the weather of movies, but preferably about science, space, earth, physics, and all that kind of stuff, try to teach me something. I'm a hard-headed guy. English is not my first language, so I welcome you guys to try to come in and try to make me understand a little better, to focus on the topic on hand. And I welcome the opposite view. Those non-Glober, non-flat earthers are all welcome to come in, and your voice, believe me, will be heard because I will give everybody the same opportunity to talk and let talk. All I ask for, there are 3 rules. No swearing in the text chat box, no personal attacks, and troll responsibly. So you see how I troll the troll responsibly after no personal attacks. Some people like feel harassed because one flat earther show up in the chat, 20 people tagging him, and you're a freaking this and you're a freaking that. So I try to avoid that. Address the arguments and do not attack the people. Addressing the arguments, I think we will progress and move forward a little better than you just attacking somebody because you're just ignoring them. Try to teach them something, making them see the light. I have seen the light. Others have seen the light. And we can do it. Jose JG out. MC Toon, thank you, brother.
All right. Thank you very much. Boom.
Peace.
How do you?
All right.
What's the boom?
I'm out. Later.
All right. We'll see you.
How do I get out of here?
Let's watch him try to get out.
Wait, share screen. Oh.
Not share screen. It's the red button. This is end. There it is. Oh, that was Jose. He's a lot of fun, people. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. He's a great content creator, great host of these shows. So I don't know if this is gonna, if the Wolfie thing's gonna happen. So hold on. So just I'm gonna send him a message here. So either way, I'll have Tony on, whether Wolfie can be on or not. It will be myself or Wolfie with Tony. So anyway, there it is. For you know what? I never got to my Laserdisc story. I will have to get to that a different time. Thank you to Jose. Definitely go and subscribe to him. I'm planning to go and be on there tomorrow, maybe the next day too. So a couple times this week I want to be on there. I like it, and I recommend it to you as well. So that's what I have it at 11:30. So in 50 minutes is planned to start the next video, which is scheduled to be Wolfie with Tony Naum, or it'll just be myself with Tony. So there it is. So, he says no, it won't work. So it'll be me. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you in 50 minutes about. Thank you very much to subscribers and patrons and super chats. I appreciate it very much. I was going to announce something. I'll say it now, but I'll have to do it again later because I know this is the end of a stream. So I often do these videos where it's a montage, and I use them as sometimes like the foundation for a video. So let's see. Yeah, I'm going to find this one. So what I do is I'll get a bunch of these together. So I'm going to, I'll put them up on an unlisted video on YouTube, and then sometimes send them to somebody, and 1 or 2 people ever see it. I thought, well, for members and patrons, I could just send it to them. I didn't want it just sitting on my, just as a random weird video. So it's gonna be members only on YouTube, and on Patreon they will be there. So I do need to find, let's see, I need to find this where it is, and there it is. There's that. I think that's so like when Austin debated Ranty, he had a there it is. Oh, good old Austin. Apparently he was live, or maybe still is, during mine. Yeah, gotcha. What do you? So, oh no, I used this in a video. I'll play this here. Here it is. Yeah, gotcha. What do you think about that, bro?
Sounds good, bro.
Bro.
Can you believe people let me come stay at their house?
Nathan, this video isn't about you, bro.
Cool story, bro.
You're saying this isn't possible on a flat Earth. It doesn't in any way show the obstruction needed for a globe Earth. It's only possible on a flat Earth because it debunks the radius value also. Oh, I'm just saying it isn't where the geometric horizon would have to be. The geometric horizon is certainly not present where it needs to be.
The geometric horizon. I have a longer one of that here.
Geometric horizon. 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 The geometric horizon. 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 Geometric horizon.
I love that. So those who excuse me, coughing too much. Those will be on just as a small thing for members and patrons. So oh, what? Oh, hold on a second. My daughter wants to come in and say goodnight to me. So just hold on. Let's see. I will get something up. Hold on. So you don't see. You don't need to see. Where'd it go? Well. All right. Come on in. You can say good night.
Night.
Good night. Love you. All right. There it is. You got that, people. Oh yeah, I do have his gamma thing too, I think. Oh, this is my favorite one. And if you're gonna be there on Saturday, you will get a little bit of this one.
I'm claiming that you haven't even actually accounted for all the variables, and you're touting your trigonometry that literally hand waves dismiss one of the most important variables when it comes to perception, which is refraction. Refraction always happens. That's why it's important. Refraction, which we immediately and adamantly claim is always present because there's temperature fluctuation and atmospheric conditions that are consistently affecting what you perceive. Well, if you can't adequately account for refraction, you can't make a claim about the apparent location, now can you, Randy? Refraction increases proportionate to the distance, and never in your dissecting of the observations do you even account for refraction that we know for a fact to be present. And refraction, because you're increasing refractive effect proportionate to distance. So the more atmosphere you have in between you, the more refraction you have, because the more atmosphere that's there. When you just throw refraction out entirely, invoking the furthest point away in the image and saying that you don't have to account for refraction and making the baseless assertion it doesn't move it, because you showed us some really not very great images where they look to be generally the same, is laughable, bro.
Laughable, bro. So Austin kind of shot himself in the foot there with all those. How is he going to be able to talk about the black swan and not talk about refraction? The poor guy. The poor guy. PJC Net says perspective and can be explained. Seen it. It can be explained with vague words, but not with actual science or any, like, you know, anything useful. When you do science, you have a hypothesis. You calculate the ramifications of that hypothesis, and then you test to see if observations match. So PJC Net, how do we calculate perspective? I can do it. I know how to do it because I finished 8th grade math. How do you calculate perspective that causes whatever get out of jail free card you want to use? So anyway, but PJC Net, you are invited to come on here and present all that stuff someday. You can email me mctoon at mctoon.net, or you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. The links are in the description. You can find me on Discord. Let's get it set up. All right. There's a video that explains it. No, PJCnet. I don't care to watch a YouTube video by a flat earther that doesn't actually know science. I want the science behind it. So if the video is talking about science, go get the science and bring that, not the video, bring the science, the prediction, the predictive model, the mechanism by which it works, the plausible explanation for it, not just vague words, right? So there it is. That's what I got. We're going to head on out. I'll see you in just a little bit for Tony Nayum and maybe Wolfie. We'll see.